Greetings. I'm here at McDonald's for some reason to talk about a matter I find quite pressing: the age of our current president. No longer should the youth in our country be dealing with discrimination based on age and misinformed decisions in our court. It's important for the survival of our country that we change the requirements for being president. Whilst opponents might argue that age brings wisdom and experience, in actuality there should be an age restriction on the American president due to the elderly being at increased risk of dementia, age-related deaths, and their deaths may cause an instability in democracy in America as a whole. Now, I know what you must be thinking. Sox, what makes you qualified to answer this? And to that I answer, how dare you insult my credibility? I took an advanced 8th grade history class that taught me about our government and its inner workings. Up until the election of Joseph Biden as our president in 2020, the oldest president we had running our country was Ronald Reagan at the age of 69 at the beginning of his presidency. This age has been pushed up to 79 as of Biden's election. That's 10 years. If Biden was to make it a second term, he'd be leaving at age 87. When he was in his 20s, he would have still been at the peak of the Cold War, and America would have still been mostly segregated. Now this proves problematic, as in this advanced age, he is at a higher risk of Alzheimer's in him, and a lack of knowledge on how the younger generations operate. Now, there'll be theory crafting ways in which we can fix this in detail. Number 1! My first idea is to simply go back to the requirements detailed in the Constitution on voting legal requirements. Now, it is notoriously difficult to change anything in the Constitution. In the 230 years we have been following the Constitution, 11,000 changes have been proposed, and only 27 times have they actually gone through. Now, my second idea. We break into the National Archives Museum stealthily and change the writing in the Constitution. Now, I know what you might be thinking. Sox, that's a horrible idea, and you'll probably get caught in attempting this. But I can explain to you a foolproof way in. To start, we're going to need some useful items. Number 1, a janitor's outfit. Number 2, a security card to access the room in which the Constitution is held. Number 3, a high-tech wall-phasing device from Area 51. Number 4, an incredible gymnastic ability to make it through the deadly laser traps that protect the Constitution. With these items, we can fix so much in the Constitution, but we're gonna try the first idea. You didn't get back to me in time. So now on my human tier list, James R. Baird will be going a solid F tier. Now, I will share some of my own thoughts on how to fix this issue. I personally think if we all come together as a people, we can fix this and save our country before it gets any worse. Our country is in a bit of a rough spot socially, especially with this current divide in ages. We have a large majority of our country in the generation of baby boomers, especially in our court system. They seem to look down on us as foolish, and we look at them and see that they're out of touch. What we need is a political leader in between the majority age groups who can bridge the generational gap, but we also need to keep things open for younger people to get in. The current lowest age that you can get in is still, in my humble opinion, far too high. It's hard to know what's going on in the world for us if you haven't experienced it for yourself. Economically as well, the majority of the upper class are much older, while we have to sit and wait for the money to trickle down to us. They have no reason to treat us well in the workplace and give us fair conditions. Just as someone higher up in politics has no reason to treat those he does not know as fairly as he might get people of his own generation. And that is one of the many reasons why we as a people need to fix this law. So, in conclusion, Well, many people will argue that the way we have the presidential age limitations set up is well and should not be changed. There's good reason to believe the opposite, however, and that we need to update these requirements to allow for new ideas for more relatable politicians to run our country. Now, I must go.